Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Today for something very different. For starters, I'm in Monaco. You might have watched Steph and I's video in the RS7, our road trip video, London to Monaco. This is basically continuing on from that, and today I'm going to do an old school, typical car YouTuber video where I go around Monaco with Steph and we go spotting, car spotting, because I'm sure we're going to find some really sexy cars, and even if we don't, it'll give you guys a chance to sort of explore Monaco, because we realise we're really privileged to get opportunities and chances like this to come down here. I mean, look at this for a hotel room. That down there behind me is the Monaco GP. Obviously they're not racing right now, but in a few months time they will be, and that is a big part of the circuit. So let's go out and enjoy this sunshine in the middle of winter. I forgot to mention and thank BOTB up in the hotel room, because without those guys none of this trip would be possible. So huge thanks once again to those guys. There'll be a link in the description. Head over to their website and give yourself a chance to win one of their many cars, including the RS7. There's a lovely looking M5 comp over there.
In matte, oh look at that.
Oh yes.
Sick.
Look at that. We've been out of the hotel about 30 seconds. Fully optioned carbon ceramics. Yum, yum, yum. 8C. Mr. Steph getting very excited there. We're on the same junction, guys. We haven't actually left this junction yet.
This could take a while.
Okay guys, that is Casino Square down there, so that's where the F1 comes up around here and then heads down there to the hairpin. There's usually some really nice cars parked over there, so let's head over. Okay, so as you can see, there's some serious building works going on here, so there's going to be no car spotting. This is the Hotel de Paris, which I think is the top hotel in Monaco. I actually stayed there about 8 years ago when I worked in the fashion industry, and it was just unbelievable. I had a balcony looking down onto the harbour, and I think the room was about 5,000 euros. Obviously I didn't pay for that, but unbelievable. Nice new RS6, familiar car. Nice. And then we have a Spiker. Now these are very rare. Very cool. I'm actually being a car spotter. I'm one of those people I thought I'd never be. This is a one-off. But yeah, really cool. They're very small numbers, and you tend to always see a couple in Monaco whenever I've been here in the past. So this is the other side of Hotel de Paris, and in fact the room that I stayed in was one of those up there with a balcony. I can't quite remember which one it was, but it had a great view. This is the top of the hill in the F1 circuit, so it goes around here and turns into Casino Square, and all those balconies and rooms have this view. I mean, look at that. I know this is a car spotting video, but check out those super yachts over there. I mean, I dread to think what they're worth. They are absolutely massive. People rowing, people jet skiing. It's really, really cool. It's so nice being in Monaco at this time of year, because normally it's absolutely rammed here, and it's just lovely. It's lovely and mild. Blue skies. Yes, win, win, win. Steph, have you seen like a Gap or a Primark or something? Because I just, I want to buy an extra it's not really in my price. Even with BOTB, I can't quite afford a Versace t-shirt.
$3 grand.
You're not even joking either, are you? Okay guys, here we are at the hairpin. Those of you that are F1 fans will recognise this. It's a pretty iconic bit of the circuit. In fact, it's a pretty iconic part of any track in the whole world. Hopefully we'll see something tasty coming up or going down. That's the Fairmont Hotel over there. We'll look at staying there. It's a little bit tired though, off memory, and obviously you've got all this building work going on. I think they're actually reclaiming some land, so that used to all be the ocean, but they're extending out because Monaco have got too much money and not enough room. As you can see, everything's crammed in here. Gangster Rolls Royce that looks like it's got a Bentley thing on the front wing.
3 kilos of cocaine in the boot.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's just for himself.
Okay, so unfortunately we didn't see anything too tasty going through the hairpin, but we got to crack on because we got a long way to go. Okay, so we've come down from the hairpin now. We've got this right-hander, and this is the little complex where Senna famously had his accident when he was leading the Monaco Grand Prix. I think it was like 92-ish maybe, but he crashed into the barrier down there, whereas we're going to turn right into the tunnel. Very cool. Oh, they're metal. They actually look like rubber, don't they?
Michelin PS4s.
Yeah, PS4. No, they're more like P0s.
P0s, yeah.
Okay, now we're at the Ferrari dealership. We've got a lovely pista sitting there and another pista just there. The spec on that one is absolutely gorgeous. We have a brand new RS6 just over there next to Steph. But what is Steph looking at? What are you looking at, Steph?
F8 Tributo.
Wow, look at that. Stunning car. Pictures don't do this justice. Honestly, the back end, it's all sculptured really, really nicely. It looks lovely. The number plate looks horrendous. Everything else is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. See the engine there. We'll go and have a quick look the other side. There's just another casual 488 sitting there covered in rain and puddle on the wing, but yeah, look at that. What a stunning car. Absolutely stunning. Lovely jubbly. I'll have one of them and an RS6 please. Another RS6, this time the older C7. Still an absolutely stunning looking car and sounds better than the new one. AMG GT 4-door. Are we going to spot Raz in here? Nice, very nice. Okay, right, I think we should head back to the tunnel and complete the F1 circuit. Steph has just spotted the best car in Monaco. There it goes. Woo! Okay, so here we are, just about to enter the tunnel. This is exactly where Senna had his crash years ago, and then into the tunnel. What's so amazing about this, and what you don't really get on TV, is how curved this is and how sharp the turn is, because they're going flat out through here. And also what you don't get is to see that this is literally over the ocean. This is all the reclaimed land that's happening. Must be a pain in the arse to live here with all that going on all the time. Now, as you can hopefully see, this is the last bit of the tunnel before it pops out into the light. And apparently you're literally blind for about a second, and a second at 190 miles an hour is pretty hard to contend with, but yeah, so there's the end of the tunnel. Okay guys, we're out of the tunnel now, and just about here, where the road starts dropping away, is where they start braking. So they're doing about 185 miles an hour at this point, and down where that car is, they need to slow down to about 40 miles an hour to go through the chicane. We're also in the actual harbour itself now, which is just beautiful. Right, we're at the bottom of that slope now, and this is where the chicane is, and I think that the actual circuit goes where those buildings or setup are. Well, that was almost an accident. And then continues on into the swimming pool complex. We've just been told that the road that normally comes down here into the swimming pool complex is actually closed because of yet more works going on, but that's where the circuit would normally come along here and then turns left into here. And I'm sure you F1 fans are very familiar with this section. There's a lot of accidents down here because it gets really technical, especially in an F1 car. Once again, you can't really see the circuit, but it's between this, which is the swimming pool, and that is why this area is called the swimming pool complex, because the circuit actually navigates its way around this swimming pool. As you can see, some of the grandstands are still left up there, and then yeah, you go down to the end, which is the next sort of hairpin complex I'm on the other side of the swimming pool complex now. So here's the circuit. It's really hard to imagine because obviously these plant pots aren't here. There's big structures here when the race is on. But this little chicane bit here is where there's a lot of accidents, especially during qualifying. I think it was Verstappen came through here last year and clipped this barrier, completely smashed his car up, couldn't qualify. That was either last year or the year before. But anyway, then it continues down and turns right and heads up the hill and along the start-finish straight. This is the final section, Rascasse it's called. So there's the Rascasse cafe or restaurant. And again, this is kind of famous for where Schumacher parked it at the end of qualifying. He pretended to understeer and basically parked it where that V-Class Mercedes is over there, which basically meant that he got pole position. I'm a big Schumacher fan, but yeah, that was a bit of a dirty move. And then that hooks around there. You've got the pit entrance on the right, and then the start-finish straight, which we'll walk around to in a second. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the lap now. We're at the back of Rascasse, and the pit entrance, off memory, hooks sharp right and up onto here. Now when the F1's here, this is a massive complex here. In fact, that bridge links across into the temporary complex, and this is the pit lane. So the cars go around here, pit lane, the main pit buildings and the garages are here, and this is the finish straight. So they accelerate around here, under that bridge where that motorbike's going, and around there to the finish line. And that is one lap of Monaco. Look at this. It's an old Silver Arrow statue. Absolutely stunning. Oh, 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 oh. Hopefully you guys saw that. Beautiful black Carrera GT.
That was the best car you spotted.
That was the best car I spotted. Okay guys, you joined me about 5 hours later, and we're actually right up at the top of Monaco. And there's two reasons for me continuing this video. Number one, because I realized that although I showed you to the finish line almost, I didn't actually take you through turn one and up the hill. And we're about to walk that way because that's where our hotel is. I'm a little bit drunk, as you can probably tell. But just look how beautiful. Look at this. Look at that for a view of Monaco. Look at that. I mean, that is just incredible. And our hotel is sort of up here somewhere. And there's the start-finish straight. Up there, Casino Square, through the tunnel, around there, swimming pool complex, Schumacher corner, and then, yeah, there you go. That's how the video should have been. But just here, obviously, with Mr. Steph. We've just had...
What a meal.
Yeah, we have just had, honestly, I'm going to put it in the description of the video, actually, one of the best meals I've ever had, thanks much to Steph's lovely wife. My wife, you like?
Do you know what? I've got to give her a shout out because she's amazing at finding all of this kind of stuff. And bless her, she's at home whilst me and Joe are swanning around. She was like, "You got to check this place out. It's got really good ratings." And lo and behold, mate, it was incredible food.
Yeah, honestly. Okay, so we've walked up the 200 or 300 meters, and we've been going past all of the grid spots. Like literally, these are the grid positions for the F1 cars, as you can see. So yeah, if you can imagine like a racing car coming through here now. Wait, oh, 1 second. That was Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes, he's won. Oh, amazing. So yeah, that is the official finish line. Right, we're now on turn one. So I think the road sort of spans all the way across here. So ignore the parked cars because that's part of the track. And it kind of comes through where we are here, because that's the pit lane exit there. So I think to the right of that little bollard over there is the pit lane exit. This is the actual main track that we're standing in the middle of now, and it turns right and up the hill, and you can actually see some of the curb stripes going up the hill. Okay, we're about halfway up. I'm not sure if this camera does how steep this hill is any justice, but it is really, really steep. This is where they come flying up, so they've done turn one, they come flying up. We'll use this car as a reference, up through the chicane, and then there's a long left, the long left-hander, which in the wet takes a lot of victims, and then you're into Casino Square. Something else that the TV never shows is just here where they get to the top of the hill, there's a bit of a rise, and instead of turning left here, which a lot of people think is the actual circuit, it's not. It carries on straight here. So the cars are really light here because actually it then starts going downhill a little bit as it approaches this left-hander into Casino Square. So at about this point, the cars are really light because they're coming up here at like 150, 160 miles an hour. Okay, so we're back to basically where we started. And there's another 7 Series. There's another 7 Series. That's actually really nice. See, they've got style here in Monaco. They know what's what. Let's just have a quick look, see what's in this lineup. What's that? Is that an FF?
Oh, that's nice.
I think it is.
We like that.
Yes.
Yep.
FF. Oh, and a Panamera Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. I am going to leave it here now with a last beautiful view of Hotel de Paris. Look at it. Stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'll get run over. Bye.
Like, do you know who's winning the 2020 F1 Monaco GP?
You are.
I mean, I've got proof. What can you say, mate? Put your bets on now, boys.
You might be the only one crossing that finish line this year.